Most of the time with percussion, we're trying to figure out how to get the best sound out of what you're playing. Hi, I'm Brian Dungan. I'm one of the percussionists playing for Irish National Opera's production of Mars by Jennifer Walshe. So with this setup, there's quite a lot of stuff, and everything pretty much needs to be within arm's reach, or an arm and a step's reach. So I need to be able to get around quite quickly. It's unyielding in terms of the amount that I have to do in quite quick succession. So it's quite a big setup, and I've played music before where there's very large setups, but what sets this one apart is also the fact that I have to play Foley sounds. So normally in movies or documentaries there's all the extra sound effects, and they're done by specialised percussionists who pick up all sorts of weird objects and make sounds in front of mics or from further away. But this is now part of my setup. Everything is fun to play, but one of the weirder ones is actually water. I have to take 2 jugs and basically pour water from one jug into the other. And in front of the mic you get a really nice effect then as part of the overall soundscape in Mars. There's one cue, I suppose, that makes me a little nervous. These are a simple pair of magnets, and basically I have to throw them together, and they make this kind of a sound. But I'm terrified that I'm going to drop one of them, and no sound will happen then in that case. And also in the piano and stage rehearsals, the conductor's been doing them. So there's a lot of pressure. Everybody knows how it's meant to go. I think the weirdest thing that I have to play is probably the syringe. So Jennifer she's fantastic. She's done so much research into the sounds that you experience in space. And she's done all sorts of experimentation herself. And this is probably my favorite that she came up with. And it's a simple syringe with a little bit of water taken in, and I go up to the Foley mic very close, and basically I don't know if you can get a close-up of this, but I basically just pull the syringe back and you can see air being sucked through it, and you get this type of a sound, and when that's then amplified, you get this very, very strange soundscape, I guess, combined with all of the other sounds. It's very, very effective. And there's a couple of times, I guess, when we create the sound of the rocket. I get the same kind of a feeling as when the rocket's in the movie Interstellar, when they blast off. But we actually, both percussionists, we play rolls on the bass drum, but it's with a whole load of debris on top. So when you roll, there's this buzz and crackle, and it sounds fantastic, and it's really, really powerful. You feel it in your bones, and I think that kind of effect can be thrilling for if someone could sit back here and listen. I also quite enjoy playing the air can, which is compressed air, and again up to the mic. It's quite visual as well and very spacey feeling. Most sci-fi movies has that type of sound in the background. There's also another one of Jennifer's experiments is 2 glass jars, half filled with water, and you get this weird type of sound by rubbing them against each other and changing the angles. There's the musical drill, accompanies the musical saw, I guess. This one's very strange. Maybe listen out for that. And then also I play the dictaphone, which is just a couple of tracks that Jennifer has recorded in advance, and I play that, and it speeds up and I can jump ahead and backwards and so on. And again, it adds to the overall background effect. And then the last one I think is super, super effective, and it's very quiet. You won't be able to hear it, but it's a very simple multi-tonal wood block. And normally we associate this as with children, a child's toy. But again, going up very close to the mic, I take the stick and very quietly I'll just rub it against one of the sides. And it creates this very wispy, high-pitched type of a sound. For me, it sounds like an alien wind on Mars. I've never been there, so I don't know what it sounds like, but I think Jennifer's probably hit the nail on the head with that one.